Whenever they arrived, they made Aurora a real American city, a place where the world meets and the lights shine. Let's give a round of applause for our cultural champions. Representing our first cultural champion, representing the country of Luxembourg. Oh, we didn't hear you over there. Let me say that. In the country of Luxembourg. There you go. David's ancestors arrived in Aurora in 1852 when the streets were dirty, the bridges were wooden, and we weren't yet the city of lights. They came seeking the personal independence and opportunity that America offered, and they led the way for hundreds of other Luxembourgers who settled in Aurora in the 1800s. Dave says the phone books in Luxembourg could almost be the phone book in Aurora. There's so many familiar names. As farmers, merchants, and craftsmen, these Luxembourgers prospered and their descendants multiplied. Today, the Luxembourg American population in Aurora is so large that the local chapter of the Luxembourg American Cultural Society is the biggest and the most active in the United States of America.
Woo!
A graduate of Marlin Military Academy, much like our mayor, Dave has been either behind the microphone or at a control board much of his life. Working at coffee houses in Aurora and serving as Far East Program Director and Announcer for Armed Forces Radio in the 1960s. He returned to radio in 1988 and has been an on-air personality for WSPY in Plano ever since. His interest in his heritage led him to research not just his own family genealogy, but all aspects of Luxembourg history. And he and his brother Steve have traveled there, visiting their ancestral home and meeting relatives. She was born here, but she grew up in Arecibo, Puerto Rico, returning as a teenager in time to graduate from East Aurora High School. She's established her own business, Midwest Occupational Health Management Services, and also works at Edward Hospital. But it's in the community that Myrna is loved, and it's in this community that her heart beats.
Yeah. Woo!
Our next recipient of the Cultural Champions Award for 2014, Mr. William H. Bingham, representing Aurora's African American community. Well before the Civil War, free African Americans lived in Aurora, but it was after the war that the population grew substantially. African Americans distinguished themselves as artisans, merchants, and professionals, worked in manufacturing and farming all throughout this city. Pride and heritage has always been distinguished right here in this community, and William Bingham expresses that in art. He had a successful career in business operations and project management with AT&T, Bell Lab, and Lucid Technologies, which took him to Washington, D.C. as a congressional fellow. Hey, Mr. William Bingham.
Woo!
Thank you very, very, very much.
These are globes, and they were produced in 2001 for the City of Aurora Public Art Commission. Inside the globe is a miniature reproduction of downtown Aurora, complete with the Leland Tower, the GAR, Paramount Arts Center, New York Street Bridge, and many other landmarks. When you wind it up, it plays a wonderful world.
Yeah.
Wellington Zephyr train circles around the base. Each globe is personalized with the name of the award and the name of the recipient. These are wonderful expressions of roots of Aurora, and you can have your very own globe right here today. They're sold by the Public Art Commission at the Pierce Art and History Center at 20 East Downer. In fact, if you go to the Historical Society booth today, you might even find some still there. So go over there and check it out, and you can take one home with you. Our fourth recipient represents the country of Ireland. He's a legend. Please give a round of applause to Mr. Daniel Dolan. Papa Dan. Dan's Dolan ancestors came to Aurora in the late 1800s.
Very much for this honor. The Dolan family's been in Aurora for probably 100 years, starting back with my mom and dad and brothers and cousins and aunts and uncles and my sons, daughters. We've been at it a long time, and we've always found Aurora to be a fantastic town with fantastic people.
Welcome.
Woo!
Kantos. Dr. Kantos' parents, Harry and Ruby, came to Aurora from Greece in the late 1920s and established the Marine Grill on Broadway 2014 Cultural Champion Award to Ava and Dr. Michael Kantos. Let's give them a round of applause.
It's a big honor. I want to thank everybody who nominated our Greek culture to be here to represent. I'm so proud of belonging to this wonderful Greek mosaic that represents all cultures in Aurora. Aurora is beautiful because of that. We're the melting pot. Thank you very much.
Bonsall, let's give him a round of applause. Always good to see you. It was only a decade ago that he arrived in the United States, but he's made an amazing use of his time. Founder, president, and CEO of Q1 Technologies on Aurora's Far East Side, he's an entrepreneur and employer, and now he's a cultural champion here in the city.